Hey y'all. Happy Sunday. It's me, Dr. Muhsinah Morris, or your girl, Dr. Mom, Molder of Minds. And yes, I am coming to you straight from the bed. This vlog that I want to explain to you that I am embarking upon is called Beyond Re-AI-lity. Why I'm blogging and vlogging from the bed. So I started a new series that I've been trying to get up off the ground for about a year, but just didn't have the courage to do so. I didn't want so much judgment. And now I've reached the place where the shift in my spirit is saying, just do it um, because you need to. You are authentically going to share something that is going to help someone else and also share your light and your struggles. So, yes, I am coming to you straight from my bed. Now, listen, you might think, okay, she's a biomolecular chemist, she's this professor, she's a Metaversity Director, and she's going live from her bed. And to that I say, because this is where the real conversations happen. This is where my ideas are born. This is where I wrestle with my doubts, where I cry, where I pray, laugh, and dream. And this is the lab of my humanity. You see, blogging and vlogging from the bed isn't about laziness, it's actually about liberation. It's about reclaiming rest as a sacred space for creativity. It's about refusing to perform perfection while building a global impact. I've spent years between worlds: chemistry, education, XR, AI, entrepreneurship, motherhood, and faith. And through it all, I realized something. The ideas that change the world don't always show up in conference rooms. Sometimes they show up at 2 a.m. when anxiety won't let you sleep and you're talking to God about why your dreams scare you as much as they inspire you. That's me. I'm an ambitious, overthinking, deeply feeling, empathetic innovator who's tired of letting perfectionism silence her brilliance. I've battled anxiety, imposter syndrome, and the endless urge to be on all of the time for everyone. But here's what I now know: the world doesn't need my perfection, it needs my presence. So, this space, Beyond Re-AI-lity, is where I'll show up as the authentic me, the mom, the maker, the scientist, the storyteller. AI to lighten the load so she can focus on what really matters: the message. AI isn't my replacement, it's my reinforcement. It gives me capacity to dream bigger, to rest deeper, and to create more freely. And I'm not just doing this for me. I'm doing it for every brilliant, creative, overworked, anxious human who's sitting on world changing ideas that they're too afraid to release. I'm doing it so my stories, our stories, don't die with me. So, welcome to my bed, the most honest, innovative, vulnerable place I know. Let's talk tech, truth, and transformation. Let's truly go beyond reality, or as I like to call it, beyond re-AI-lity. Because if we don't tell our stories, who will? I'll be doing this blogging from the bed session on a podcast through Substack, but also on Spotify and then on YouTube. So you'll be right here with me as I wrestle through what I'm doing, because as technologically knowledgeable as I am, I'm going to let you into the world of I don't know what I'm doing. And y'all are going to tinker with me. So if you have any tips or tricks that you want to share because it worked for you, I'm humble enough to say, hey, let me know. I don't have all the answers. I have great ideas. But make sure you subscribe to my Substack, Beyond Reality, where I'll be sharing deeper reflections, behind the scenes thoughts, and tools to help you use AI to create more with less burnout and more peace. Let's truly build a movement of makers who aren't afraid to rest and to rise. It's interesting because when I was thinking about how AI became part of my healing process, people talk a lot about me using AI, and what people don't understand is I am a wife, I am a mother, I am a special needs sibling, I am a special needs mom. I have 5 sons. I have children with different neurodivergences. I have 2,500 Morehouse sons. I have a program that I run. I train other educators. I facilitate around the country, around the globe. I do lots of listening sessions, community service. I serve as my son's special needs coach in Special Olympics. I also serve as his coach for his Sunshine League and had for years. He has his own organization, Steph Soldiers, and we've written and penned books together. But I am a mom of 4 other children, of which they all have activities and things that they're doing. And so I try to be involved with them too. And I just want to live a good, full life. And AI truly became part of my healing process. So you might say, well, AI really has nothing to do with healing, and you're just being extra, which that's fine. I may be. But to me, it has everything to do with healing. Because it's not just a tool. It's a mirror, a magnifier, and sometimes a reminder of how to live, of that I do need more time and less work, that I should be blogging from the bed, and my ideas are just as powerful, but they're not powerful if they're not released into the world. When I started using AI more deeply in my work, scripting lessons, building Metaversity content, helping other educators scale their voices, something truly shifted. It wasn't just about productivity, it was about permission. AI gave me permission to stop trying to be superhuman. It gave me a way to honor my limits while still sharing my limitless ideas. See, I lived most of my professional life, all of it, honestly, juggling worlds of motherhood and academia, leadership and innovation, while carrying the invisible weight of perfectionism. I used to think I had to do it all right now and flawlessly. That mindset led straight to anxiety, imposter syndrome, and sheer exhaustion. But AI changed that equation. Now, when I wake up with a brilliant thought but low energy, I don't ignore it. I let AI catch it. I let it draft while I rest. I let it organize what I can't emotionally carry in that moment. AI became my creative co therapist. It helps me process ideas before I process my feelings. It helps me make meaning out of chaos. And I know that sounds wild coming from a scientist, a woman who used to live by controlled variables and replicable results. But this is the new experiment. Can I use technology to expand my humanity instead of escape it? And my answer is yes. Because when I use AI to help me write, to reflect, or build, I'm not outsourcing my mind. I'm amplifying my peace. I'm creating capacity for joy, for my family, for stillness, for late night laughter with my husband, and a quiet prayer when the house is finally asleep. AI helps me stay present in my purpose. and not buried under my process. So when I say I'm blogging and vlogging from the bed, I mean it, literally and spiritually. It's my declaration that brilliance doesn't need burnout to be real. I'm going to say it again, for me and for you. But brilliance doesn't need burnout to be real. That innovation can come from a place of rest, of softness, and surrender. I'm showing up as the woman God created me to be, a woman of faith who is a thinker, a dreamer, a nurturer, and a builder, using every tool available to make sure these ideas don't die inside of me. Because it doesn't fit inside one discipline. It lives at the intersection of chemistry, creativity, compassion, and code. And that's where I'm inviting you to meet me. And that's why it's beyond AI-lity. So I got to figure out how to say this beyond re-AI-lity, or it's beyond reality. Do I just keep it like that? Because I do have a podcast called Beyond Reality, but this one is re-AI-lity. So beyond AI-lity. So I got to figure out how to really say that where it flows. But I want to close with this. Let's talk about us. Because this space isn't just about me blogging from the bed. It's about you and us building something beyond the algorithms. We live in a world obsessed with performance, followers, metrics, optics. But what I'm after is meaning. I want to create a space where we can breathe, think, and be real about what it means to grow in public with grace. We're a generation of dreamers carrying both brilliance and truly a lot of burnout. We're innovators who believe in progress but crave peace. And we're spiritual beings navigating a digital world that's moving faster than our hearts can always handle. So, what if we build a new kind of movement? One that honors rest as resistance, uses AI as ally, and celebrates humanity as the ultimate technology. That's the ultimate game. That's the ultimate hack, is to be more human. That's what Beyond Re-AI-lity is. It's a conversation, it's a confession, and a creative experiment. It's where I bring my whole self, the scientist, the mama, the maker, the woman of faith, and invite you to do the same. We'll talk about purpose and innovation, but also pain and process. We'll talk about the future of work, learning, and leadership, but we'll also do it with our feet up, coffee in hand, and our hearts wide open. So show up as your whole self, your authentic self. When I invite you in, I'm doing it with the hospitality mat and the doors open and hugs open wide for you. Because the truth is, I don't just want to change systems, I want to humanize them. And if we're brave enough to rest, reflect, and reimagine together, I believe we can. So, welcome to Beyond Re-AI-lity. This is where the future meets the familiar, where technology bows to tenderness, and where you and I remember that being real is the greatest revolution of all. Will you join me in this intimate live series where I will explore what it means to be human in the age of artificial intelligence? We will have honest stories about anxiety and perfectionism and imposter syndrome. And I will be sharing how AI has helped me launch more of my creative healing process, expanded my capacity for innovation, for rest, and for joy. Because truly, this isn't just about technology, but it is about transformation. Let's learn how to deeply rest, create boldly, and truly live fully. One story, one idea, one moment of truth at a time. Because I believe in the future of humanity. And why am I doing what I'm doing so boldly, so bravely, so authentically? Is because humanity can't wait. I can't hide all of these beautiful thoughts, all of this innovation, and all of this brilliance that could truly help someone. I just have to do it in a way that makes it clear and comfortable for everyone to have a seat at the table. So join me. Again, I'm Dr. Muhsinah Morris. This is Beyond AI, Re-AI-lity. Thank you so much.